Ugh. Do you ever forget that you can just vlog and talk about your life? Hi, it's me, City Taylor, sitting here at the Stone in the middle of the park. It's an unmarked park, and even if I knew its name, I wouldn't tell you. I really need to get in touch with my heart again. Whew! Because I have just been feeling emotions, girl. And it's good. It's a good thing to feel emotions. And I think that, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about self-help. I have been a perpetual person in my life. People pleaser, striving for attention. Ooh, that was Freudian slip. But maybe it's true. Because when you're people pleasing and you want to make everybody else happy, that is a bit striving for attention, right? But and so I've made a lot of mistakes. I've made so many mistakes in my life. And I learned how to navigate life through those mistakes. Really, a lot of my biggest mistakes are just like getting too fucked up. Like just taking too much. Always taking in too much and never. But maybe that's another thing I'm putting myself down for, too. It's just, but really it is an overconsumption, too. I've had a lot of issues with that sort of thing. Even wanting too much from people, I think, is another thing I dealt with. I think often that when we have these people-pleasing issues or BPD-like symptoms, we can feel a bit owed by other people in life. And I want to be the kind of person, and I think I am becoming that kind of person where I give what I can and I don't expect anything in return. Because giving in and of itself is a gift given back to you. Because what a joy it is to give to other people and to make their day and not feeling overextended. Feeling like the reciprocity of life come through. It's absolutely magical, and I never used to have reciprocity in my life. I never used to feel like anybody else felt the same way about me as I did about them, which was so much riddled with belief. I had these beliefs about what I was owed or what I should be doing or what I felt like I owed other people. And that's so against the heart. Like, it's so against what the heart really wants. The heart wants an equilibrium. And that's everything in this reality. You don't want it too hot. You don't want it too cold. And thankfully, we can have discernment and we can finally check the tap on that. And it all comes, it's just an intuitiveness to it. And so feminine. And that's why men who are perceived as feminine are really just guys who are in touch with their emotions. And they're my favorite guys too. I like really quiet guys. Or really funny guys too. What's funny is that I asked my psychic friend, I was like, what kind of guy do you see me with? Because I don't know who I'm gonna meet one day, And I'm like, well, what do you see me with? I always get someone who's extremely in the world, like a physical person, which I find so interesting. And sometimes I forget that I'm very because, I write books. I'm a writer. I'm a creative. I'm making fucking TikToks and shit. I am extremely creative. And I'm an artist. And, God, this is the artist way. Okay, so I'm feeling a certain way about it. I'm like, am I even an artist? I'm an artist. I'm a recovering, in the book, The Artist Way, she calls it an artist anorexic. Which is a crazy word, As I've struggled with anorexia in my life, still do, and I fucking love it. And that's another thing is I love being skinny, but then it becomes unhealthy. So then I'm like, okay, I gotta find the equilibrium, and then I just don't, I get kind of annoyed because I'm just kind of I shouldn't have to try this hard. I shouldn't have to try this hard with something like food. And it's all the root chakra. It's all stability. I'm like, if I can control my body, I can control my life. No. But honestly, looking really cute in a dress, but then there's like a bomb going off, I'd rather have than feel like I'm uncomfortable in my body too. But I know, you know this, but you don't act like it. You know, there's stuff that you know, but you don't act like at all. Like, I know that I know that I love myself. I know that I accept myself. But in my human experience, I really love to feel gorgeous. I love feeling pretty. And if that stems from like transitioning in high school and like losing and gaining a bunch of weight over time, yeah, it does. It's completely related. I see it. I don't see it crystal clear. I'm sure there's an elephant in the room. Guys, is there an elephant in this room? Wait, there's an elephant in this room. Is it just me or is there an elephant in the room? The elephant in the room is like, what the fuck? Sorry. I love I'm happy. Like, I really have been feeling a lot of joy. I've been feeling so much joy coming outside and talking on my camera like this. Like, this has been giving me joy. So much joy. Sitting here in the beautiful forest and getting to talk to you guys, like, I love it. By the way, if you don't know me and you're just watching this, now you do. My name's City. I am gonna be a big superstar one day, and this is gonna be I'm just vlogging right now. I was making some spiritual videos again, and like, I'm a teacher. I am a teacher. And that's gonna sound funny, doesn't it sound funny? Like, I'm a teacher, like I'm a lifelong spiritual teacher. But that's something that's so important to me. And the joy that I get from sharing things that I've learned and being able to assist and guide people. Something that my teacher that taught me this always says is like, I'm just a guidepost and I can only show you the way. Because you can do anything that you want. You know, we have free will. Yay! It's such a gift. I've been getting back into theosophy again, it is a guilt. Like, to me, a guilty pleasure is a thought process. Like, a guilty pleasure is like reading a certain story about certain theories. Like, the theory of the astral plane and the theory of the different layers of our reality, thought forms, and like how they're formed in magic is my guilty fucking pleasure. And it's so good for you to learn these things because they help you understand our world in such a different way that's not overly accepted. And it's so interesting because of social media. Before, you had to be like in the right, luck isn't real. I hate to break it to you. You're a lucky girl, but you're just in the right place at the right time because it's energetic. Like, it's just something that you cultivate. Luckiness is just preparedness and proximity. Being next to something that you're ready for. But you're never actually ready. Does that make sense? But you're always ready. You're always ready, but you're never ready. It's a paradox, which I love paradoxes. Anyways. So it's just, there's things that are just objectively true about life. And I've had to learn them extremely early. True, objective, absolute. But there are things that are omnipresent in reality. That we all have senses, that we all have thoughts, we all have emotions. Some people don't have emotions, and maybe some people don't think, which I haven't met them, but a lot of us do. And that's what makes something objective, is something that is omnipresent. So like when I talk about the law of three, which is like the active, passive, and neutral principles, that's an immutable law. And I also want to like talk some shit. And it's a discernment I have. If anybody's telling you to manifest your special person and they don't like you and you're trying to mitigate their free will, you're living a life that's devoid of love and understanding. And I'm not saying there's something wrong with you, but like, you're wasting your time. You're causing pain onto yourself. I saw a video of somebody talking about how your special person has no free will, like blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's not real. That's not God. It's not high. I've been that person. It's so painful. And you try and you beg and you plead, but that person doesn't want you. You don't even actually want them. Your higher self your soul is like begging to be spoken to. Your heart is begging to be heard, but you don't listen. You listen to manifestation coaches, and there's some good ones. But now that I'm learning more, I see it in such a different way. And you just gotta back off of people that don't want to be with you or be around you. Because even if they do hang out with you, it's poison. It's sick. And it hurts. So yeah, I really need to go meditate. But that's what I wanted to talk about today. I'm sitting on a rock.
Goodbye.